Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about Unit 6 Gated Notes. Some problems from Unit 6 Gated Notes. Okay, so the first problem is 6D. 6D. Okay. So we were given function f(x) equals 1 over x minus 2, gx equals x over x plus 4. So 6D, you are asked to find the result function of f over g x, and then figure out the domain of those functions of the resulting function. So fx over gx is defined by fx divided by gx equals minus 2 multiply its reciprocals. The first stays the same, the second flip, get its reciprocal. Okay, so overall it's become x plus 4 x times x minus 2. So the domain of the result function will be domain of f, domain of g, and also domain of f over g. So we know that domain of f is x not equal 2, domain of gx is x not equal negative 4, and here x shouldn't be 0 as well. So overall the domain is x not equal to 2, x not equal to negative 4, not equal to 0. Some students want to rewrite as a interval notation, so will be negative infinity to negative 4, not including negative 4, and negative 4 to 0, and 0 to 2, not including 2, and 2 to positive infinity. So not negative 4, not 0, not 2, but the rest of the real numbers. So that's the answer to 4D. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, they are related. Okay. So for 7, the GH will be how much the job you will be paid. $10 per hour, H hours will be 10 times H. That's the total amount of salary you will be paid. Hours times how much per hour, which is $10, 10 H. So 8, you were given NG. NG is because you have to have 20% of your gross pay for taxes withhold. So it's your income, GH, you have to subtract 20% of it. Okay, it's G minus 0.2 times G. That's your answer. Or you just say G minus 0.2 G. Okay? And 9, how much money would you net if you worked for 20 hours in this case? So it's net meaning after the withholding tax. So it's G20 minus 0.2 G20. Okay, so G20 is 10 times 20. Subtract 0.2 times 10 times 20. So 200 subtract 40, 160, that's your net income. So 10 asks you to use H as the input, like how many hours you work and what's your net income. So basically, you still use this formula. GH is 10H. Just use 10H to replace the GH. Minus 0.2 GH again, it's 10H. So overall is 10H minus 10 times 0.2 is 2H. So finally NH, the expression equals 8H. So that's it. Okay, that's question number 7 to 10. And One more problem I want to talk, that will be a long process, but let me use this part, which is 13b. 13b, you are asked to find the composition function of G composite G. Okay, Gx, this is 13. Okay, Gx is 2x squared minus x minus 1. So basically it's G of the input is 2x minus x minus 1. So G is itself input. This is the independent variable to G. So you need to plug the whole thing as the variable of G. So 2 times x now become the whole thing, minus x become the whole thing, minus 1. Oh, sorry. 2 times the x squared. I missed this squared. Okay. So you have 2x squared minus x minus 1. Squared meaning multiply itself with itself. I will just remove the parentheses here. It's minus 2x squared plus x plus 1 minus 1. So these two cancelled out. And the challenging part is when you are doing these two multiply together, when you distribute everything with the other, you should have x to fourth power, x2 cubed, x squared, x, and constant numbers, all those terms. Many of you missed those terms, okay? Now it's become, let me leave these two here. Now this and this multiply together is 4x fourth power. This and this multiply together is negative 2x cubed. This and this multiply together is subtract 2x squared. Now become this and this multiply together become negative 2x cubed. Then these two together is plus x squared. And this together is plus x. Now become the last term to each of those numbers. Number negative 1 and this become negative 2x squared. Negative 1 and negative x become x. Negative 1 and negative 1 become positive 1. That's the whole thing in front in the parentheses. Okay, minus 2x squared plus x, and I said plus 1 minus 1 cancelled out. So now you need to distribute the two to, oh no, let's simplify the inside of the parentheses first. 4x fourth power, no similar terms, like terms, but we have x cubed. Total is minus 4x cubed. We have x squared, negative x squared, 1 positive, so put together is negative 1x squared minus 2. We got total negative 3x squared. We also have x, and we have another x plus 2x, then 1 constant. Copy the outside. Now you are going to distribute those two to everything. 8x fourth power, 8x cubed, 6x squared, 4x plus 2 minus 2x squared plus x. Combine again. Fourth power, we don't have any more cubed term. So this and this give us negative x, 8x squared, and this and this give us 5x plus 2. That's our answer. Very long process, but you need to be able to do this, okay? Two more problems I want to talk from Unit 6. Get new paper. Two more problems. One problem is question number 16. Question number 16. here. So we were given fx equals 1 over x, gx equals square root of x minus 1. So A, state the domain for fx and gx. Domain of f is a denominator not equal 0, so x not 0. Domain of g is the underneath the square root sign, the whole thing has to be greater equal than 0, meaning x minus 1 greater equal than 0. Give us x greater or equal than 1. That's it. So let's take a look at B. B said find the following and be sure to state the domain for the resulting function. A is f composite g. Okay. So fg is the square root of x minus 1. Now this becomes the new x of f, which is 1 over x become. For the resulting function, the denominator should not be 0, meaning x minus 1 can only be greater than 0, cannot be 0, okay? Because its denominator gives us x greater than 1. When you combine all these, so when you combine all these and x not equals 0, x greater equal than 1, and x greater than 1, combine all these, x greater than 1, that's our domain. Or you write as 1 and positive infinity, because not 1 anymore, because if x equal 1, make this 0, which is not allowed. So not equal 0, or not equal 1, sorry. So B part is f composite itself. F composite itself is f1x now become its the input, so 1 over 1x, so it's x. But the domain, for this one, the domain is all any number. But you still need to consider what satisfy with f, which is not 0, so x not 0. Or you write interval, not 0 is 2, 0, not 0, 0 to positive infinity. That's question number 16. Okay, let's talk about the last problem, 36. 36, you are asked to, you were given, let me see, 36. You were given function fx equals 2x minus 1 over x plus 1. Yes, the domain is x not equal negative 1 because it will make it undefined, okay? You are asked to find the inverse because this is a 1-to-1 function. The steps is, the initial is y equals 2x minus 1, x plus 1. You need to first just use x replace y, y replace x. Now you are going to solve y. You will have multiply y plus x to both sides, x, y plus 1. If you multiply y plus 1 here, cancel out, become 2y minus 1. xy plus x equals 2y minus 1. You want to move the y's to the left, the other to the right. So subtract 2y to both sides. Sorry, xy. Subtract 2y, move this to this side. Subtract x to both sides, move this to the left side, right side. So negative 1 minus x. Does that make sense? Subtract 2y, can move this to this side. That's why subtract. Subtract x to both sides. This cancelled out this negative x. Okay. So now you have x minus 2 times y equals negative 1 minus x. Solve y, become -1 minus x, x minus 2. So this is our inverse function. Okay, so also you are asked to state the domain or the range of both f and its inverse function. For f, domain is x not equal -1, so domain of f is the range of the inverse, so x not equal to, they are the same. And the domain of f's inverse is the denominator not equal 0, which is x not equal to. So the domain of the inverse function is the range of the original function, which is x not equal to. So you need to know the relationship between domain and domain of f, range of f's inverse, they are the same. Domain of f's inverse and the range of f, they are the same. Okay, that's the whole point of this problem. And those are the problems I selected from Unit 6 guided notes. Hopefully my explanations help. Thank you.